So often it is the misconception that shadow work is all about the big revelations, the big dramatic changes, the big things that are really, really noticeable. However, there are occasions, quite a lot of occasions, where that isn't going to be the case. So when it comes, for example, to the throat chakra, you may have, for example, had a conversation with someone where you were asking for help for something, and they refused. Now, for whatever reason, in a nice way, whatever the scenario happened, it happened. But then you mask your disappointment, and you walk away from that conversation, but you feel uncomfortable in yourself. And that is a big sign that you haven't acted in according to your truth. You haven't spoken your truth. In that moment, when you felt disappointed by the rejection, you didn't voice how you felt. You weren't speaking in your authenticity. You weren't speaking your truth to that person. In which case you were masking your authenticity as well. So that would be noticing the discomfort in your body and in your emotions after the conversation. That would be the sign for you that you needed to look back at your response to that rejection, okay? That is your clue that you need to do some shadow work around that issue, okay, around the throat chakra. So what is a small indication of a habit or just something that you do can actually have a big impact over time and create the biggest changes in you or for you. So if you imagine that you, for example, in that scenario where you've asked someone for help and they've refused for whatever reason that is, not in any way against the person who has refused you, it's within their right to say that they can't help you, but basically when you notice that response, if you actually make a habit of hiding your real true feelings from people. So maybe you ask people, they say no, you say, oh, that's okay, I didn't expect you to anyway. Or you have to ask yourself, why are you responding to them in this way? Why are you not showing your true disappointment to this person? Are you doing it to spare their feelings, or are you do you feel embarrassed about having asked in the first place? It all comes down to self-worth. And when you're masking your true feelings, and especially in favour of protecting someone else's feelings, then you're basically saying that person's feelings and emotions are more important than your own. And you're always going to have that sense of discomfort around you where you're not in alignment with your true self. Your soul wants you to come out and speak, okay? It wants you to say, no, actually, I'm not all right with this. I'm disappointed. Can you just explain to me why? That's all you need to do. But you're by hiding that part of you, you're not living in your true authenticity. You're not allowing yourself, your voice to be heard. You're not allowing your emotions to be given airtime. So basically, the reason this is important is because it highlights that it's even the small things that go unnoticed but can make the biggest change or can have the biggest impact on you when you're actually doing your shadow work. So as in the reel, no stone gets left unturned, even the small or seemingly innocuous things. And basically, at the end of the day, it's those small things that can be gold dust once you actually get through them and heal them. So I am now open for accepting bookings. for my consultations. So if you're interested, or even if you just want some more information, contact me through my contact details on my website and also on my social media profile pages, and I look forward to working with you.